Hey guys, it's Julia, aka the Mug Life DIY, and I'm so excited that you decided to stop and watch this really fun Christmas collab that I've got going on with quite a few of my crafting friends via Instagram and YouTube. It's going to be really fun. So this is going to be a long playlist. I hope you guys will be inspired and enjoy. And if you can't tell, I'm ready. I'm pretty much done decorating my entire house, but I am excited and ready for Christmas. And I got my new shirt on, which is awesome. It says my favorite Christmas color, or my favorite color is Christmas lights. So I'm ready. I hope you guys are ready too and enjoy these 3 DIYs I got for you. All right, so the first project is going to be a recycled project from this hula hoop that I did on another project. And it was already spray painted, so it was an easy upcycle for me. So this is originally from the Dollar Tree, and I am using the Dollar Tree garland. I think this is like the 15 or 20 foot garland. I do not remember. I've had it for some time, and I'm actually going to use 2 packs, and they're totally different colors, but that doesn't bother me. I like having a little bit of the variety. I thought about painting them, but I vetoed that. Anyways, I just wrapped them completely around my hula hoop, and I did eventually add a little bit of that bottom gap just for gluing down the bow. And I'm just kind of using leftover pieces I had in my Christmas stash. I was trying to use as much of my decorations that I had so I wouldn't have to get new supplies. So this is that little berry garland, and I just adore it. It's the green and white one, and I'm not entirely sure if I got this during Christmas time or fall or spring even. I don't know, but I loved it. I have always seen these and think they're super fun, and I love decorating with them. So I just tucked them in and twisted the little wire and wrapped it all the way around. Now this gave my wreath a little bit of just variety and body. Even though they were really small, I thought they definitely added to the statement of the wreath. Now, these little picks were brand new to me at least at my Dollar Tree. I had never seen them before. And honestly, I wish I had bought more. They are so pretty. They're kind of lightly frosted with snow, and they actually look a lot more realistic typically than the Dollar Tree things are. So I just kind of stuffed them all the way around in between the garland wire and use that just to hold the pieces down. I didn't want to glue them down because I love recycling different pieces. So in a couple of years, I can take this apart and I won't have to fight the hot glue. So I just added those all the way around, facing the same direction. And I just began adding different things I had laying around. And these are like little glass nodules. I don't even know. But I thought they were really cute and kind of looked like icicles. And I adored them. So I'm just kind of using what I have. So if you have some items that you're not quite sure if I have enough of them, separating and using just a few things in your wreath to give it a little variety is a lot of fun. And I love using pieces that you're like, oh, I can't do a whole project with. But if you add them all together, same thing with these little berry garlands. I found them at the bottom of one of my Christmas bins when I was unpacking and thought this will be a great way to use this piece to its fullest potential. So I cut all of them in half and divided them evenly and thought it just gave a little bit of a pop of color, enough that I thought it looked nice. I love adding words and center pieces to my wall wreaths, especially when I use them as decoration throughout my home. And I picked up this really large Christmas sign that said the Merry Christmas from Dollar Tree. And I feel like I had seen it either at Walmart or might have even been Hobby Lobby, but I saw a galvanized version that literally looked the exact same. So it was a great dupe. So I just painted it first black, and then I'm going to go back with my other colors and galvanize this little sign. And as I mentioned, this is a Christmas crafting with all of my friends collab, and it is a huge playlist. I hope you guys will definitely enjoy all of these awesome creators and just be inspired, especially if you need just a few other little items for gifts or even just home decor. I hope you will enjoy and just get some ideas from these wonderful ladies and my wonderful friend Kiki. I will have her channel and a few others listed in my description box, so be sure to check that out. Now, I finally found the large bows from Dollar Tree. These are the ones it's like a plastic backing. So I was a little bit concerned at attaching it to my hula hoop. So what did I do? I got a little bit of craftiness and began the gluing process. So first step was for me to actually glue a little bit to the actual hula hoop. I flipped my hula hoop over, and then I began gluing it down on both sides, but I took a piece of cardboard and wrapped it around the hula hoop and kind of secured it that way. I used 2 of my clamps while it was drying just to make sure that this little bow would stay nice and secure at the very bottom of the wreath. Alrighty, we're going to jump right into project 2. This one is so easy and so fun. So our little star on top of our tree broke, and I was like, I'm going to make a new one. So I wanted to make a 3-dimensional one. So I'm taking 2 of these little Dollar Tree wooden plaques, and I'm just cutting, I believe it was about a 3-inch line up both sides. And I just took a little piece of straight wood or a ruler, anything that you had, and my straight blade, and I'm just cutting and separating it very, very carefully. And after I cut and separated them, I'm going to do the second to the second star. Now, it made sense for me just to lay the second star to the bottom, just so I could begin cutting. Now, if this would not be easy for you to do, you could definitely do the exact same step that I did for the first star and use your ruler, line it up, and cut slowly. Now, after I did that, you will want to sand it down and attach them by sliding them together. Now you have this really fun 3-dimensional star. I filled in my little holes because I will not need them to be at the top of my tree. Now, if you wanted this to hang or be another kind of centerpiece in your home, you could totally do that, but I wanted this as an actual tree topper. Then I began gluing all 4 of the sides together so I had a nice and secure fit so it wouldn't move around, especially when I go to store it next year. And here's my little tree topper, and I don't know, I might try this again. I don't know if it doesn't look right because I did it the exact same way, but I really like how it is 3-dimensional, and I did spray paint it with the hammered bronze, which I adore. So I don't know. Does the star look funny, or is it just me? Now, I will end on this final note. This project gave me a run for my money, but I just kept on pushing, and I love how it ended up. So I had an original idea that I sketched out to make the song "Oh Christmas Tree." I love that song. I wanted to do kind of a fun craft piece in my home with the words, and that's where it ended. So I'm taking one of the little Dollar Tree trees, and I painted it with 2 different green colors and did a very large loose stroke with it. And then I began to glitter it because nothing is complete without a little bit of glitter. And if you haven't already subscribed, I would love it if you would hit that bell icon and like my video. It really helps out my channel and growing. Then I grabbed one of these little Dollar Tree crates that I had laying around in my wood stash, and I just painted it with some burnt umber paint that I had, which is almost out, which I'm probably going to need to buy a lot of new paints, which I am out of, and probably some new paintbrushes. That's what happens. The crafting life. So you can kind of see I still have the words right there, which I'm going to have to peel those off and fix, because I didn't like how it ended up. I thought it just definitely, it didn't give the cohesive look that I liked. So I peeled off all of those stickers and just painted over top of them, or painted over that last side of my little crate, and let that dry. Then to add a little bit of texture and dimension, I dry brushed some of my white paint over top of the brown once it had fully dried. Then I took my two little wooden pieces and glued them together. Now, my first and original idea for this was to just have it as a little decorative piece around my home, but I did end up changing my mind. So I give you two options. The first one, I'm just taking some leftover little wood bark pieces that I had laying around. I believe I've used them in several projects, and I just like to recycle and reuse them, and a little Dollar Tree pick that I wrapped with some twine. And just as a little decorative touch, I took the little twine that was cut off from the very top of the Christmas tree and just covered that little hole with the little twine bow. Here is the little decorative tree. Now, I did go back and I had to repaint, as I said, over the words because they didn't come out right. And I was so disappointed because how I originally wanted it didn't work. But I love this second option even more. I adore how I can actually fit my little hot cocoa bar and everything together. So I'm kind of still working on it, seeing what else I can create, but I absolutely adore it. And here is our first large project piece. And you can see that my favorite thing I love doing is adding that cinnamon. I think it adds to that rustic texture and it just makes it look so realistic, and I just love it and even love the smell. And I did put it over top of my little cocoa bar, and I think it just turned out so fun. It's a huge piece, and I love making decorative items inside my home where they kind of match and are a little bit cohesive, but not match too much. I hope you guys are inspired and enjoy this wonderful collab that I've got going on with all of my friends. And I hope you guys have a wonderful and safe rest of the holiday season. Don't forget to let me know which one is your favorite project, and I will see you guys next time.